Hi everyone, and welcome to A Few Minutes for the Future. This is a place where we showcase innovation. So come along as we take a few minutes to explore, a few minutes to inspire, and a few minutes to dream big things. So thanks for tuning in, and remember, the future will be here before we know it, and together we can make it great.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to A Few Minutes for the Future. My name is Craig Miller, and today I want to talk about the future of security, and specifically how we can keep facilities safe from the scourge of mass shootings. Places like Las Vegas, Orlando, Dayton, El Paso, Parkland, and Newtown have come to symbolize the sheer terror that comes from crazy people shooting innocent people. All of us are horrified that these events keep happening, and we all wonder how we can stop them from happening again. Our society must work hard to keep guns away from unstable people who would prey upon innocent men, women, and children in these unprotected areas like schools, churches, and concert venues. But as we have learned the hard way, that is not always possible. So it got me to thinking about how we might improve the security at these venues to form a second line of defense against these actions. Now, it is a given that you have to go through metal detectors at airports, courthouses, and federal buildings. These big, fixed, clunky detectors instantly alert security officials that someone has a gun in a place where it's not allowed. But what about these other areas where the detectors are not present? Again, most people would agree that a facility or venue should have the right to ban guns from these premises, except in the hands of trained security and law enforcement officials. But in reality, it's been too expensive or too intrusive to put these metal detectors everywhere. So in a world of burgeoning face recognition and computers that have the ability to anticipate potential problems, we should be able to combine these elements with sophisticated sensors to detect guns and other dangerous items on people while they are still outside the areas and alert security people to stop these people from using these weapons. Sound like pie in the sky? Well, in reality it is not, because I want to highlight a couple of different types of current technologies in use now that are helping to secure these locations in a much better way. The first technology is called Through Vision, and it has already been selected by the police and security services of many jurisdictions, including the United Kingdom, where they are going through proof of concept testing in London and other areas of the United Kingdom to detect and stop people who have knives and other weapons before they enter the London Underground subway system. Through Vision works with a patented system called passive terahertz technology that was spun out of a prestigious lab in England. They have successfully commercialized this system so it can be used in both fixed and mobile settings around the world. Through Vision works by visualizing objects under a person's clothing that block the body heat of a person within 25 feet of the detector. And what is so cool about this technology is that it can be used in a fairly large area while not really visualizing body parts that are so disrespectful in some circumstances. This method has already been approved by our Transportation Security Administration, TSA, and has been in use for the last 5 years in over 19 countries. The second technology is called Athena Security, and it uses an object motion detector to locate and alert security when someone brandishes a firearm. Athena uses existing security cameras, which helps with cost and accessibility with existing systems. They have gotten the weapon detection process and subsequent alert to security officials down to about 3 seconds, which is amazing to me. The company says they are working on adding a layer of artificial intelligence to this existing detection system that would add both a layer of interactive and proactive tools to what they're trying to do. According to the company officials, Athena is currently deploying this software to existing camera systems for clients all over the world. The information about Athena was detailed in a great article in Fast Company magazine website in August of 2019. According to the article written by DJ Pangburn, the company says the police forces have tested the system and have reported a 99% rate of accuracy of detection. Okay, so what does all this mean in terms of stopping a would-be mass murderer from walking into a facility and shooting unarmed innocent people? The Athena system was created by Lisa Falzone and Chris Chabera, who were fed up with hearing about these kind of events and felt helpless trying to stop them, and who could blame them? But there are different types of systems really able to stop mass shootings. Basically, I say yes because they are already doing it in areas in which they are deployed. The goal, though, is to eventually integrate these types of technology to allow security people to see the danger before it explodes. The key is to make it easy and relatively inexpensive, two things that come really out of increased research and development. A good analogy might be your cell phone. 20 years ago, this was pretty clunky and pretty hard to find. Now look at it. So hopefully that's a good analogy for the future. But what about people's right to keep and bear arms in our country? No one can seriously think that we are going to stop the Second Amendment right of people to keep and bear arms. That's just not going to happen in our country. But as I mentioned before, our country allows companies and governments to restrict the carrying of firearms in places like sports arenas, concerts, and schools by declaring guns are not allowed on their premises. That is why we sometimes have to go through metal detectors when we go into these areas. But as we've seen mass shooters painfully in the past, they've gotten around these limited detection areas by going to known soft targets and carrying out their shootings there. The goal of these companies and our society should be to fill in these gaps of coverage and hopefully stop these crazy people in their tracks before they have a time to commit these heinous crimes. With this type of technology, it would form the basis of further enhancements. I know that together we can make this happen. I really intend to follow up with these companies and individuals to keep track of their progress. I want this YouTube channel to become a clearinghouse for ideas so that we can solve problems together like this together. These two cool technologies that we showcase today, as good as they are, will improve, and other technologies and techniques will come online. The secret is to use them in smart ways, to make sure they can make a difference in securing our lives in the future. So once again, I want to thank you for tuning into A Few Minutes for the Future today. I hope you will take a moment to subscribe to the Few Minutes for the Future YouTube channel. When you do, you will be notified when the next video will be posted. So until next time, thanks again for tuning in. I promise to make this channel a great way for all of us to promote great outcomes using technology in the future. Thanks again, everyone. Take care.